Hello and welcome back to somebody on the Football Zone and to a weekend review, reviewing the Premier League action from this past weekend and starting off with West Ham, who recorded a big win at home to Sunderland, 3-1, really starting to find some form now, West Ham. And yeah, Somerville with the opening goal, Bowen with a penalty, then an incredible goal from Mateus Fernandes, made it 3-0 before half-time. Robbie got one back in the second half, but in reality it counted for very little, and West Ham deserving winners here. They are really starting to find form, but obviously with that Forest result, which we'll come to in a minute, still got a lot of work to do. But yeah, a very, very good and important win for West Ham, you feel. Moving on then to Man City 2, Wolves 0 at the Etihad. And yeah, good win for Man City here. Marmoush and Semenyo with the goals. And yeah, I mean, Semenyo already looking like a really good signing. To be honest, Man City weren't really at their best here, but they didn't need to be. Wolves didn't offer much. And City, kind of took their chances when it came to them. So in the whole, they'll be very pleased with that win, with that result. A good result for them. And yeah, obviously with Arsenal slip up, it just keeps them in the hunt, doesn't it? So yeah, obviously a big result for them. Moving on into Fulham 2, Brighton 1 at Craven Cottage. And yeah, in the 28th minute when Brighton took the lead, before Fulham got an equaliser, 72nd minute, Welbeck thought he put Brighton ahead in the 74th minute, but no, ruled out for offside. And Harry Wilson, 92nd minute, that man again, what season he's having, made it 2-1. I think Brighton will be kind of mystified how they lost this game, to be honest. I would say it's a relatively close game, but if there was one team who I thought would have been more likely to get the win, it probably would have been Brighton. So disappointing for them. But yeah, that man Wilson, what season. Moving on then to Burnley 2, Tottenham 2 at Turf Moor. And yeah, it's Van der Ven who gave Tottenham lead in the 38th minute before Twanzebe and Foster turned it around. But a late goal from Romero sealed a point for Spurs. I mean, Spurs probably were the best team here, and you know, a point is what they deserve. But at the same time, when you think of that win over Dortmund and some of the momentum it would have got Tottenham, you'd have thought to go back to a performance like this and only picking up a point away at Burnley, I think it'll be really disappointing. It just highlights that just can't really get any momentum going under Thomas Frank. Moving on into another shock result as Bournemouth defeated Liverpool 3-2 at the Vitality Stadium, and Bournemouth raced into a 2-0 lead through Evanilson and Jimenez before Van Dijk and Solersby made it 2-2. But with pretty much the last kick of the game, it was Adil who made it 3-2. And yeah, to be honest, I don't think Liverpool can really have many complaints. Bournemouth created the better chances. Did Liverpool create that many great chances? They may have had a lot of possession, but yeah, to be honest, I'm not really convinced they did. And yeah, another very disappointing result for Arne Slot's side. Moving on into Newcastle 0, Aston Villa 2 at St James's Park. And yeah, it was Buendia and Watkins either side of the break that gave Villa the win. A really good win for Villa this one. To be honest, Newcastle had quite a lot of the game, probably because they were training for most of it, but in the end, Villa getting a win. St James's Park, a very tough place to go. I don't think many teams will be coming away from there with wins this season. Just really underlines their credentials this season, and not far off the title still. Moving on into Palace 1, Chelsea 3 at Selhurst Park, and it was Esteval, João Pedro and Enzo Fernandez are the goals for Chelsea. Adam Walton got a second yellow within the space of 5 minutes in the second half. And yeah, a disappointing day for Crystal Palace here. Chelsea played really well. Obviously did concede that late consolation goal, but in the end it didn't really matter. I think that's kind of the first really, really impressive win of the Liam Rossini era. So yeah, hopefully they can build on that. Obviously a big game coming up in the Champions League this week. So yeah, keeps on going for them. Moving on into Brentford 0, Nottingham Forest 2. A really accomplished performances from Nottingham Forest. Igor Jesus and Awoniyi with the goals either side of half term. And to be honest, I would say Brentford had quite a lot of this game. If you kind of had to predict it, you probably say it was more likely to be a Brentford win. But Forest were clinical with their chances, defended well. Brentford, maybe not kind of finishing the way he was supposed to. And Forest, I think on the whole, just a really good Sean Dyche away performance, which yeah, they'll be absolutely delighted about. Moving on into Arsenal 2, Manchester United 3 at the Emirates. And yeah, when Martinez scored an own goal in the 29th minute, you thought it'd be pretty comfortable for Arsenal, didn't you? But no, Mbumo and Dorgo made it 2-1, Marino made it 2-2, and Cunha 3-2. What a strike, 87th minute, when you thought Arsenal could possibly go on and get a winner. And yeah, Manchester United, a brilliant performance from them, a second win in a row for Michael Carrick. But for Arsenal, so frustrating. When they thought they could really extend their advantage, they failed to take the chance. Hugely disappointing for them. But for Manchester United, is Carrick already turning it round? And on Monday night, it was Everton 1, Leeds 1. And yeah, it was James Justin who gave Leeds the lead in the 28th minute before Barry equalised 76 minutes on the clock. Neither side was able to force a winner. And I'd say, quite an evenly matched game. If there was one team that's probably disappointed not to win it based on their respective performances. I'd say probably Leeds, especially being the away side, put in a really good performance. But yeah, for Everton, I don't know, it's a point at home, you can't be too disappointed. But yeah, I think Leeds will probably be disappointed they didn't take all 3 points home from this. It is a big week of European action with, of course, the last Champions League and Europa League group games taking place. Arsenal at home to Kuwait. You'd expect a pretty comfortable win in that one. But for some of the other English teams, it's a bit more interesting. Frankfurt against Tottenham. You say Tottenham are in a good position to qualify, but they probably do need a result here. It's a tough place to go, but I think Tottenham, they should have the quality here for me to get through that. Man City at home to Galatasaray. Liverpool at home to Karabag. Yeah, I think they'll probably... I think both those teams will get a win. That'll be enough for Liverpool to get through. For Man City, still a bit dodgy, but you'd expect a win would see them through. Napoli against Chelsea is a really tough game for Chelsea, and of course it's a vitally important game, but Napoli have struggled a bit so far. So yeah, you'd say that Chelsea probably do have a chance. They can replicate that performance from the weekend. You'd say they've got a good chance. But PSG against Newcastle is going to be a really, really tough game for Newcastle, and you do fear that they could well slip out of those automatic qualifying positions with the quality that PSG side possess. Aston Villa already through at home to Salzburg. A win would possibly secure top space, battling out with Lyon. You'd expect them to go forward. And Nottingham Forest at home to Favrenkos. Favrenkos doing really well. Forest very unlikely to get into the automatic places and very unlikely to drop out. So yeah, it's pretty much a meaningless game for them. But I think at home you'd expect Forest to probably be getting a win.
Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials. Link in the description below for daily football news, meme, and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.